Multi-talented, multitasking, multi-everything people out there. Take it away.
Find your glory, write your story, fearless feet will carry you. Time you own it, take your moment, be a fire burning through. Hustling from night until morning, grinding it out, it won't be long. Feel your power, it's your hour, you inspire, you are strong.
Enjoy your Zoa. No applause? You're all fired.
Now that you've reached the stage in your life where quality television is important, Nubian TV is a black network that speaks to your lifestyle. Nubian TV is the world's first digital network devoted to the upscale and political lifestyles of black people. Nubian TV's programming includes politics, travel, fashion, food, automotive, arts and culture, civil rights, music, and more. Watch now on Amazon Fire TV, Roku, or watch globally at nubiantv.net. Nubian TV, it's what you want to watch.
Come with me if you want to live a more delicious life.
Oh, maybe we should get in the van.
In this world, we don't get to control much. The past, male pattern baldness.
Leggies.
Got one right now. The urge to pop that bubble wrap. But there is one thing we do get to choose every single day: what we eat. Welcome to the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment. We have everything you want, didn't know you wanted, and some things you didn't know were possible. Because we believe if you're not having fun, you're not living free. So come on, let's live a little.
Hey, good morning, America. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Money! Are you ready? They are ready. Covering the biggest events in the country right now.
There's a lot going on here this morning.
It's always a good time. That's what the show's about.
That's good.
Really good. Very good. Coming in hot. Jimmy coming in hot.
It's far from elementary.
Good morning, America. I'm not going to try to strut like Michael or anything.
I have known George a long, long time.
Have you ever gotten him to dance?
Look at that face.
You don't just see it, you feel it.
I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'll be there.
I am here and so happy.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'm in. That tells you something when Snoop Dogg's in. Michael, George, Lara, Ginger.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Well, hello to you, and you. Welcome into another edition of Braylon Lee's Virtual Tour Live. Oh, this morning we had a time, did we not? Oh, my Lord. Man. You know, I'm going to just read these lyrics off real quick from a Mary J. Blige real quick because I think these lyrics fit the situation. Here we go. Tell me how you figure that you made me. You gonna gave me what I had before I met you. You gonna have it when you're gone. And how you gonna fix your mouth to say I owe you when you had another itch, taking trips and issue with my money for so long, you must have lost your mind. You must have lost it, and you won't get back a dime. But all you're gonna get, too bad I can't get back my time. Wasted all this time. I'm gonna be all right. Ooh, there's a special place in hell for you. You gonna pay what you did to me. I'ma tell you, because the truth will set me free. Oh, those are the lyrics of Mary J. Blige, "Set Me Free" song. And child, I feel that song is a good song to describe this week. Woo! Some people finally had to deal with the mental sentence of their own hell, while others have been set free. Higher is waiting, low is available, but either way, we are live on tour. Let me take down this iconic intro here. You see the virtual tour background? Yes, you do. You hear that virtual tour music? Yes, you do. And then there is me. Hey, everybody, welcome in. Glad to have all of you here. We do have a lot to get to. Oh, my Lord. This was a lot. What did I tell y'all? We're going to tune in next week to find out what happened, right? Y'all were so up Brit Edie's ass. But I told y'all. Oh, you got to be quicker than that. Shout out to State Farm, by the way, for that great gift and me. But seriously, though, I knew that you guys would tune in next week. So let's get into it, okay? So the episode opens up with everybody's reactions to what happened at Kenya Moore's hair spa grand opening, or grand closing, to put more appropriately. So Shamea's heart sunk. Cynthia has seen a lot of different things on this show and this group, but it hit differently for Cynthia this time because Cynthia held Kenya Moore to a higher standard. Porsha said it triggered her and hurt her hard, and it disgusted her. And you know what? Like I said, I know that Porsha Williams perpetuated a lie being done by Phaedra Parks that Porsha was going to get drugged and raped in a dungeon by Todd and Candy Burris. Yeah, that lie almost ruined Candy. While that is true, I think that all the women in some way felt something about this. There was not one person that could not feel something about the situation. So then after that, we see 48 hours later, Brit is on the couch with her dog Mimosa. Brit has not slept in 24 hours. She's getting DMs, calls, texts, emails, and more. Brit Edie spent $250 on flowers for Kenya. So Brit is getting, inundated with messages from friends, family, colleagues, clients, and more. And Brit, she was honest. She said she had 2 incidents. She allowed her BF to film her, giving fellatio, and she was a cam girl. And I will say this, right? It's always mind-boggling to me that, oh my God, that's a line too far, but you crossed that line last night in the closet. in your bedroom. You know that scripture, he or she who has not sinned cast the first stone? And, you know, I think of P Valley when Brit Edie said that she was a cam girl, because think about it. The young lady that played, let me pull up P Valley. P Valley. Cast. So Haley Colton, right? That character who was played by Clara Johnson. She was doing what she could because she got away from a dude that really did too damn much, right? And she was trying to get away. So, you know, there are some women that they're strippers, they're cam girls, and they get that money and they stack that paper to be able to get out. Y'all remember Mercedes? She was trying to buy a dance studio in P Valley. So when I heard the cam girl thing, I'm like, okay, like everybody did what they had to do. You know, one sin is not greater than the other. You know what I mean? Because everybody has sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. Every single one of us. Tag me too. And then the BF, you know, giving fellatio, I didn't see really, as long as it was consensual, that was them. Everybody has incidents. It's about how you move forward after those incidents, right? So Brit had everything wiped. So everything that you guys did not see on those, you know, Staples poster board, shout out to Staples, no disrespect to Staples, but everything that you guys saw on those Staples poster boards, Brit had everything wiped. So that means Kenya did a little bit more digging in order to unearth that, right? And Brit said that nobody should have to be shamed in front of the world. And I think this is where Team Twirl has lost their rabbit ass minds. They're so focused on a statement that they're negating Kenya's actions. And for anybody who was agreeing with Kenya, you are for Revenge P. Now, what did I say in this morning's edition of Virtual Tour Live, Brain Leads Virtual Tour Live? If it doesn't apply, let it fly. But if you let it fly, it must apply. Because the question I keep asking to everybody that supports Kenya and Team Twirl, would you want Revenge P to happen on your mom, on your sister, on your daughter, on your niece, on your cousin, on your grandma, or on a coworker, a homegirl, yourself, or anybody that you know that's a woman or a man? Because as we know from Beyond the Gates, Terrell is going through some Revenge P stuff as well, by having his private moment shared and blasted and distributed all throughout the school. That's cyberbullying. So if you are saying, I think I might be with King on this one, you just support Revenge P. There's no dancing around that. And that says a lot about your character. But hey, as long as it's not happening to you, you give two fucks about it, right? Okay. You know what's really interesting? Words of Justin Timberlake, what goes around, comes back around, back around. Just like 47 of his supporters. They didn't recognize that they were the joke. They thought they were going to get to be a part of this experience where they were laughing at everybody else, but the gag was they were the joke. And it's the same thing, but the people who are supporting Kenya more and that Revenge P is cool. So you can laugh at other people's pain. But let Revenge P happen to you. And the people who want to laugh and poke and prod and pull and twist, agitate, and everything in between, when that energy is given back to you, now it's a problem. But you support it, Revenge P though. So basically, it's cool when it happens to other people, but it ain't cool when it happens to you. Got it. Okay. So Kelli comes over with pasta and Greek salad, and also comes over for a bottle of champagne. Carol comes through for IV nurse. Carol, who's an IV nurse, rather, comes over with IVs. And so, Brit said she's drained, she's tired, and she, needs something for tired bitches. Brit's words, not mine. And Carol, she said, I think I had something for that too. I'm like, go ahead, Carol. Go ahead. I'm loving it. So Kelli is confused about Kenya because they had such a good interaction, Kelli and Kenya. Don't worry about the size of the snake. Worry about the colors of the snake, and that'll tell you how dangerous they are. Like I said this morning in the live chat, the end of this morning edition of Bring This Virtual Tour Live, money, circumstances, and platforms don't change people. It just amplifies what's already in them. The original slogan for YouTube is broadcast yourself. You can't blame YouTube for your own demise. It's like Kenny Moore can't blame Bravo for her own demise that she caused. Sometimes it's not God, it's the devil, it's you. Okay. The grand opening was the wrong place to do it. Any place is wrong, but I get what Kelly's saying. And Kelli was told to stay out of it. And Kelli wants to get the girls together for a peace brunch. Not at her restaurant, but, she'll bring the chicken and waffles. I'm like, I caught that, Kelli. You don't want no drama from this show at your restaurant. You protecting your brand at all times. I'm not mad at it. So then we get to Shamea. Kelli, Porsha, and Angela are coming over to Sterling Hall. And by the way, Shamea has a wonderful, that's not a home. That's not a mansion. I feel like it's a compound. Like the fact doesn't even have an address. It's just Sterling Hall. Like, my Lord Jesus. So Angela says in her confession that she's not menopausal. She's just the hottest bee in the room with her fan going. And y'all, I'm not laughing at Angela. I'm just laughing at the energy that Angela gave. I thought that was hilarious. So Kelli said, that she wished Kenya well, this, that, and the third, but she can't be supportive. I don't know if I can forgive her for that. Angela Oakley says that she had time to think things through. And Shamea says that it was a beautiful event, but why do it? And Kelli asked Porsha a very poignant question. If this was you, what would you do? And Porsha said, if I was the closest one been there, she was trying not to say that. Basically, that's what she was trying to say. But then Porsha was in her confessional, said, we would be done. Like, Porsha, it's okay to go against somebody. Like, I don't get the problem of when something's in the group chat and you give an opinion, it's a crime. Everybody else can give their opinion, right? Like, right is right, wrong is wrong. That's what it is. So then Porsha and Angela talk about Charles, and Porsha says that I was just joking, right? And so, in Porsha's confessional, she says that she has a degree of investigation, and the producers asked, where'd you get your degree from? And she said, Porsha said her cousin that has glasses on a string. So, the glasses that has a string here, and, you can hold it like this. You can. So yes, indeed. So I thought that was hilarious. So like, Porsha, you just like you say, you are a journalist, you ain't no investigator child. So then Drew comes over, and Drew is getting ready for court, with Ralph and everything. And so Porsha thought that, she would get a divorce, but they would still have a family. And I think it was Angela that asked the question of if Simon wanted to come back. No, I think it was Shamea. It was either Shamea or Angela. But either way, the question was asked, if Simon wanted to come back home, would you allow it? And Porsha said no, because you don't allow my mom, and you don't discard my child. So apparently Simon, who been on social media, responding this, that, and the third, put 20 on 10 on accusing Porsha's mom of trying to cheat Simon out of money and this, that, and the third. And Simon discarded Pilar. Ooh. And Drew feels her and hears her more than Porsha thinks, but this is where they're at. So Drew can't be supportive. It was sad because I did see Drew be considerate in terms of, Porsha, what she had to say. So basically, Porsha had a conversation with Pilar, and, Pilar said, "Where's Simon?" She would usually say Papa or Dad. And Porsha said that, he's working, and how long is he going to be gone? Pilar said, and Porsha said he'll be away for a while, and that Porsha would let Simon know. So Porsha texted Simon that Pilar asked about you. Simon read it, but never responded. Now, Simon, I'm going to talk to you real quick, bro. That was fucking disrespectful to Pilar. Because guess what? Pilar didn't ask to be here. She didn't ask for these circumstances. When a child is a child, their point of view is only from what they're able to see. The kids are also very intuitive. And for you to read the message but not respond, that didn't hurt Porsha. That hurt your child. That was out of line. You can have your feelings about Porsha, and Porsha should have her feelings about you. But at the beginning, middle, end of the day, that child deserves love, investment, and respect. That was uncalled for, son. Absolutely fucking uncalled for. So Porsha is not in love with Simon anymore because the man that he portrayed is not the man who he executed out to be. And so Kelli wants a peace brunch, and she'll bring chicken and waffles. And Kelli asked about Drew and Porsha, and Porsha wants to move on, be the bigger person, this, that, and third. And my thing is this, right? And I said this to somebody on the phone today, and y'all know I say this statement often. Some of y'all are closer to the grave to die than the cradle to start life. And I'll never forget what Dr. Phil did on his daytime talk show when he had it. He would put down this, tape. It had 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. And he would ask the guests to stand on the age that they're at, or how old they are, rather. And Dr. Phil would ask, look behind you. It's a powerful visual that you have more behind you than in front of you. So I do hope that Porsha and Drew are able to fix whatever, because like I said, I don't think that Drew is doing anything wrong by working with Dennis. I don't think Dennis is doing anything wrong working with Drew. Now, if it gets out of line, where it's like, okay, Drew is dating Dennis, and not asking for permission, of, hey, are y'all cool if I date him and stuff, then okay, then you can be upset. But the music industry, a little bit of everybody's in it, right? So to me, I'm glad that Porsha recognized, like, listen, I'm going to feel the way I feel. You're going to feel the way that you feel, but I can't have this energy moving forward because I have more to come. I'll give Porsha her credit for that. And then the Cinco tequila, which is Michael Jordan's tequila. Drew said that Michael Jordan's her cousin and that her maiden name is Drew Jordan. And Shamea said, y'all might have to squash the beef. I thought that was utterly hilarious. Hey, listen, I'm trying to meet Michael Jordan, so can y'all squash the beef? Because I might want to actually, pitch in some stuff, to make some money. I thought that was hilarious. So then we're with Kelli. Kelli and her daughter Chloe are doing yoga and meditation, and Chloe did not do the yoga pose right, and so she does the noise, and Kelli says you don't have to. And I think Chloe was just trying to line the mood. And Kelli said that Chloe saw her cry on the floor one day, and Chloe gathered up the sisters, and Chloe has been that right hand for Kelli. And an article has come out about, Kelli's ex-husband talking about Kelli and the family business, this, that, and third. And allegedly they chose the worst picture of Kelli. The family thinks that the ex-husband is in jail when he's out of jail. Yeah. I know, right? So imagine, something the Kool-Aid ain't sweet. You're going to have to deal with how bitter the truth is. And Kelli, before that, Dad has not talked to Chloe. So the ex-husband name is Mark. Mark took in Chloe and another young lady and raised them as his own daughters. Chloe was 2.5 to 3 years old when Mark came in and started raising them. So the fact that that separation has been cut really hurts Chloe. And I will say this, right? I've never been a parent. I have 2 dads. I have a stepdad, my biological dad, and I love both dads very much. It takes both of them to make me, right? And no matter what you're going through, at the beginning, middle, end of the day, you may not have all the money in the world. You may not be able to provide the circumstances for the biggest life to be lived. What you can do is give you time, your energy, your commitment. And so I felt for, Chloe, that, her dad has not talked to her. And after that, Kelli says, I want the core of our family to be good. And, Kelli says, I hope, Chloe, that you do get married. And Chloe says, I don't know if I want to be married, because what if I end up like you? And I say that respectfully. And that was heavy. That was very heavy, because we really don't think about children and their perspective as they're growing up. Because sometimes kids don't pursue things because of what their parents passed from us, right? So the fact that Chloe felt comfortable enough with her mom, Kelli, to be able to say, hey, I don't know if I want to get married, I don't think Chloe was shooting it down, but she was just emotionally aware of, wait a minute, hold on. It's been a lot of trauma here, and I don't know if I want to put myself through that. For Chloe to put herself first, bravo. I think more kids should do that. Absolutely. And then, Chloe wants to go to therapy because she doesn't want to do any more meditation. Yes, indeed. So then we get to Drew. So every first, third, and fifth weekend, Ralph gets time with kids. And so Anaya doesn't want to do her hair, spend time with her dad. And, this reminded me of, when the uncles and aunties, they ask for the hug and, the kid feels uncomfortable. It reminded me of that with Anaya, of she didn't want to get her hair done. Now, I don't know if she didn't want to get her hair done because she just wanted to be this lazy kid, or she did not want to get her hair done because she did not want to spend time with her dad. So then Ralph comes up as, Drew is spending time with the kids and everything, eating. And usually he has to wait in the basement for a, text, like, hey, you can come up. But he came up, and that was odd. If that was the court order, that you don't come up until Drew's out the house, then you broke the order. Law's the law. So Then there was a conversation about calling an exterminator. And Ralph said that Drew can, call the exterminator. And, Drew said that the lawyer said that that's something that you were supposed to do. So then Ralph said that I pay all the bills around here, and Drew was like, okay, I'm not about to deal with this with you. And I'm just like, it was over an exterminator conversation. Like, dude, just pay the damn Terminator. Like you said, it was $100. Pay it and move on. That was an unnecessary argument. Unnecessary. A Terminator? Really? Or exterminator, rather. I'm thinking, Terminator, I'll be back. Ah. Oh, Schwarzenegger. But to make an argument over the exterminator, no, that was a little much. So Drew has learned that her responses have to be different because he tests her nerves, and that Ralph never comes up. When it's time for Drew to leave. So then we get to Shamea. Shamea's in the studio with RL, who's a singer songwriter, and RL is married to Lena, and Lena and Shamea have known each other for a long time. B Flat is a record producer. Shamea's been the underdog and the shouts for over 20 years, and she was in a group with Carrie Hilson. My name is Carrie. I'm so very my oh my. It's a little bit scary. You know Carrie Hilson. You do the pretty girl rock. And Shamea says, to Drew in the confessional, you need a RL. And it's just like, okay, listen. Drew's not changing her mind about this. Like, just drop it, Shamea. It's not going to happen. So then Angela comes by. Angela and Shamea talk about Porsha. And, the singing, right? So you guys remember at the bank when Shamea played her song and Porsha was not supportive. That really offended Shamea. And it's just like the words of Erykah Badu, when you're an artist, you're sensitive about your shit. And I felt where Shamea was coming from, especially with that title of friendship, because sometimes friendships are harder than relationships. Sometimes friendships are harder than relationships. Sometimes friendships are more harder than relationships, because if you have had childhood friends since like 5 or elementary school, like my main man Quincy just had his birthday, and we've been knowing each other ever since we was elementary, and that's my brother for life. You know what I mean? He really is a brother to me. So if me and Quincy got into something and I felt the way, I'm gonna feel away, because we have a deeper connection as brothers than a stranger that says, oh, I didn't know that was you, right? So I felt where Shamea was coming from with that. And Shamea prioritizes Porsha's feelings over hers. And Shamea, I want to say this to you. If people are not prioritizing you, why prioritize them? My mom has always said people have to earn the right to hear your story, but how I modernize, contemporize, and Braylonize it, people have to earn the responsibility to be a part of it. And you should never negate your feelings to make your world feel comfortable if your world is not making you feel comfortable. It's a two-way street, Shamea. It is. Then Drew comes by. Then there's a montage of Shamea singing. And the producers is like, and Shamea's like, you're going to hear this song today. I'm like, good Lord, Jesus. Good Lord. Will Shamea be performing this song at BravoCon? Who knows? By the way, I'd rather hear Shamea sing than Ashley sing. Ashley was on Good Day, DC, and was singing Etta James at Last, or something to that degree, and people were not here for it. I mean, after that healing and thriving, at the GNA event, you should stop singing. So, Drew says that she feels the hurt of being disrespected when it comes to art, and that, the music that Drew is doing, there's a big plus on the other side for PJ's conflict. And, Shamea's like, you don't have to do Like, listen, Drew ain't hurting nobody. She's just trying to make $1.15 and just try to make it to the hire that's waiting for her. So then the song So Emotional plays. So then we were Brit. Brit's mom, Angela, comes over. Brit is dealing with what happened, the ramifications of what happened with Kenya Moore. And she still is dealing with it every day. And Angela's mom said, don't give them too much. Tierra, her sister, called Brit. And, you know, I really like Brit's family because it really is a very human-based family. Even though we may not talk for a while, if you hurt, I hurt. Somebody pissing you off, they piss me off. You want to ride? Let's go. Like that type of energy. So it was nice to see that. The fiasco brought them closer together. It's sad when someone's, you know, struggle has to be the reason to come together, but at least there was some support there. And Angela, Brit's mom, says very articulate words of, when they're not happy with their life, that's what they do. And isn't Kenya Moore a Miss USA? I think Kenya Moore's crown should be taken away. Because isn't there like a code of conduct as a pageant title holder or even as an alumni, you got to carry yourself in a certain way? I don't think the Miss USA organization would like to be associated with somebody who did revenge P on national television. Far be it for me to give an opinion, but it's in the group chat. So then we were Porsha and Shamea there at this putt place. That's really cool. So Shamea is still offended by what Porsha did, but also says that, you know, it's not the right time because Porsha's going through a lot. So Shamea asked for a Father's Day suggestion. I think Porsha, you know, said a person that can help her with a gift. And then Dennis agreed to film with Drew, but it didn't happen. But then they do a throwback clip of 3 weeks ago and then 8 days later that they filmed, right? So Shamea and Porsha are, you know, playing golf. And what I put in my notes was Porsha is good at swinging balls into holes. I just thought that was hilarious. I really did. So then, you know, Shamea talks about her embryo and that there's a 30% chance of implementation. And Shamea asked Porsha about, you know, how she's going to navigate that part of her life, you know, after Simon. And Porsha says that she's not dealing with the family part. And Porsha said that she's at war with the influence her husband, right? So then we get to Kelli's peach brunch. Kelli calls Porsha. Actually, let me flip it, reverse, rewind it back. Porsha calls Kelli. And Porsha's not feeling good. Pilar got sick. And so Porsha said that I should have taken something when she started getting sick. And so Kelli says, if there's anything you need, let me know. And get well and don't take anybody else's man. just cut open the wound and just, yeah. Pour that salt on the wound, why don't you? Kelli, my Lord Jesus. So then it was Angela and Shamea are coming through, and that, you know, Kenya's going to be between Angela and Shamea. And they were like, what? And then Kelli says, the ghost of Kenya. I'm like, oh, my Lord. Oh, Jesus. Kelli, she a fun one. She a fun one for sure. So Kelli's baby daddy has $10,000 in child support to pay, but has only made one payment. And Angela is there with Polly and Esther, and it is hot, right? And so Angela's hot, so she has her fan now. There was Kelly Styles, who was there before the ladies got there. He had his own fan. But for the record, it is hot in Atlanta. Like in Arkansas, when I was at Wild Country, it would get up to like, 105 degrees. So I get it, you know what I mean? But still, you know what I mean? Angela, you might listen, like Like Candace should have been making triangle tissues and selling them on her tours and stuff. You need to have Angela's fans. That's what you need to have, and just start selling it. Just saying. So Brit is there at the peace brunch, and the hardest part is behind them. Angela is using the fan on her forehead, and it's like high definition zoomification. And Kelli said that the brunch is for Brit. And the ladies have talked to Kenya about what she had to say. And I know what people are going to say. Well, Kenya deserves to be heard out. I say a bullshit. What does Kenya need to be heard out about? Sincere. She did Revenge P on national television. She did. And every publication saying it. So when Kenya said, you don't want activated Kenya, you're going to sue NBC News, you're going to sue, Vulture, you're going to sue USA Today, because that's a lot of money for lawsuits. And Bravo suspended you indefinitely because they found something in the investigation that they weren't cool with. So you did do wrong. Do you not remember how you lied for months? Then you did an Instagram live, didn't go on time for it. It was at your hair salon or hair spa. And you were walking through your hair spa, this, that, and the third. You were waiting for 100,000 views. And it never got to 100,000 views for you to say anything. And so then, months and months and months and months go by. Then you do a daytime exclusive on Tamron Hall. And you said that, I apologize for my actions, and looking back, I've escalated situations before, but I took it too far. I take accountability. You said that on the Tamron Hall show. So now, do you see why people are pissed? Because it's like, okay, you're playing on everybody's top. Like I said, Brit Edie was dead wrong for what she said. Even Kempire said that no one's negating what Brit Edie did. But what Kenya Moore did was unequivocally unacceptable and out of line. It was. I'm not going to negate I'm not going to be on Brit's actions and not get on Kenya either. Okay? They both did wrong. But at least Brit had enough grace, class, and distinction to at least try to do the right thing. She tried. Now, of course, Shamea said, just because Brit apologizes doesn't mean that Kenya's going to be open to it. And Shamea was right. But there's a way not to be open to it, right? You can say, hey, look, I know a lot is going on right now. Let me just get through this and we will talk. But right now, I'm not in the space to accept your apology. That would have been enough. And this would have all blown over. As fast as the news cycle is, it would have blown over. So Brit feels a way about the ladies talking to Kenya. And I agree. There is no side from Kenya. She did what she did. What side do y'all need? So Brit had her license taken away, and Angela Oakley was asking about Brit's license being taken away, and it was a confusion of energy in how the exchange happened. And Angela said, "You're not taking responsibility for how we got here, Angela. You the one that played both sides, right? Because you said, you were offended that day. But then right before the opening, you also said that you were on Kenya Moore's side. And Kenya said you were the only person who reached out. So you're humping the fence, in the words of Karen. Saying the quiet part out loud. And Angela said that you throw rocks and hide your hands. Really? 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 Okay then, child. Porsha wasn't throwing rocks and hiding her hands when she mentioned your husband, you got completely upset, which you had every right to do, because don't bring up my spouse if you ain't got facts on. Otherwise, shut your ass up. So I feel you. But no, that was wrong, Angela. That was wrong. And Shamea said this was a peace brunch. And I thought this was going to be tranquility. They need tranquilizers. There's no peace. Not you, Rhyme and Shamea. Good Lord. So apparently Brit is under investigation because of everything that's been happening. And, Angela said, I thought so. Now, Angela, it did look like you said that under your breath, okay? You didn't do yourself any favors in this experience, okay? You could have said, well, I thought that there would be an investigation. I'm glad that there is. That's it. Sometimes people take an inch and make it a mile. I like Angela. I do. I think she's a great addition. This cast is good. I didn't understand that at first. I'm like, oh, okay, just bring Nene back and then build a show around Nene. But then again, sometimes it's better to be in peace than in pieces, in the words of Ayala Van Zandt. But I like this cast, and I see the chemistry flowing, or beginning to flow. I mean, it's episode 6 now. And so Angela wants to support, Brit. But, Brit is coming off of this attitude. And so what I hope is that if Shamea and Angela is able to get past that with the olive branch, hopefully y'all can get past that. Because, Angela, you did say that, Kenya had time. And all y'all ladies agreed that was wrong. So let's focus on the wrong. Right now, it's a very knees weak, arms heavy like spaghetti situation, because that was traumatic. That was terrifying. Mentally heavy. And I don't think anybody would know how to act in that situation. What Brit did was way above what most people would do. And, I think Kenya, when she says she's been in the streets, that means she's been in the back of a Sprinter in the streets. She hasn't been boots on the ground the streets, because if she was just a regular schmegular person, she would have got handled. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. And so Drew said that Kenya took it too far, and that, Drew said that I am in support of your emotions, because that's how you feel. You have every right to feel the way that you feel. And Drew said that both of them did wrong. I agree with that. But I also am proud of Drew for recognizing, while, yes, Moral War did not mix, at least you recognized the wrong, right? And Shamea said that, a lot of times when we're going through stuff, it's easy to point the fingers at each other. So I'm going to try to move forward and find the good. So can we all do that? So, Shamea said, I didn't know I was going to have to be the peacemaker at the table. I just thought I was going to come and eat some chicken and waffles. And then Shamea gets up and starts dancing. So Shamea, she seems to be of a good energy, right? So then we get to a cast member trip. These cast member trips and reality TV don't mix well. We just don't. So everybody is invited except Drew. Now, didn't you say, Porsha, that you were going to be cordial moving forward? That's not being cordial. That's not very cutesy. That's not very mindful. That's not very demure. And so Angela and Drew talk about, we're missing the real issue because your Rolls Royce might be repoed. Just like allegedly the Rolls Royce that Quad Webb has was allegedly stolen. That King had allegedly stolen Rolls Royce that he gave to Quad. Allegedly. Like King said during the reunion of Married to Medicine, anybody saying anything on social media. Yeah, it doesn't feel good when your words come back to bite you up the ass. So, Porsha's Rolls Royce might be repoed, and then Angela brought Drew Sephora. I feel like that might be a 2-part episode. Maybe 3, but probably 2-part. Y'all, that is your Real Housewives of Atlanta season 16, episode 6 after show. Did I cover everything? I think I did. And listen, I go off of the energy of the episode. I take my note, I take my notes, and then I am still before the show. And I don't know what I'm going to say until I get here with all of you, because I believe that when you guys come to this channel, you are giving your time, energy, and commitment to see a show. So if I already have my opinions before the show, it pops the helium out your balloon, the experience. So I rest with the show so that when I get on, everything is authentic, right? And that's a broadcaster tool that I learned from Oprah and Regis. We're going to take a little commercial break. We'll be back with more. We are live on tour. Like, comment, share, subscribe. By the way, if you want to see the Chronos from Universal's Epic Universe, it is on tour right now. We're going to take a commercial break so you guys can see the dates. And then after the commercial break, we'll be back with more. Bring this virtual tour live right after this. Roll it.
Power 923 Jams and the Arkansas Minority Health Commission encourages you to take the COVID-19 vaccine to help keep you and your loved ones safe. Involved in our community, the People Station, Power 923 Jams. KIPR Pine Bluff, Little Rock, KFOG, Little Rock, a Cumulus Media Station. And now, back to the jams. Hip-hop. Drake.
Girls want girls where I'm from. Yeah, well, girls want girls where
R&B.
J. Howell. Just cause I love you and you love me.
And now, bumping back-to-back continuous music with another fresh new jam. Heard here first on the People Station, Power 923 Jams. Power 9.
What is this feeling that everyone's feeling?
Ding, ding, ding.
With such feeling.
Ding, ding, ding.
This winning feeling.
Ding, ding, ding.
This tingle of success. This sensation of triumph.
Ding, ding, ding.
This
Oh, I can feel it.
This season, everyone gets the winning feeling. Win guaranteed prizes like $250,000 and more. Only at Dave & Buster's.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
I'm loving it.
But y'all right back. Welcome back into Brantley's virtual tour live. Glad to have all you here. Child, every time I play that Epic Universe commercial, I get more and more excited, more and more excited. That will be opening May 22nd, 2025. Of course, it will be a media opening on May 21st. I know that because of the Today Show contest to send you and 4 other people down to the grand opening. So I haven't received an email yet. One, nice too, because I would love to take my mom, my dad, my sister. And if they, don't want to go, which I'm sure they would, then I already have some people that I would love to go on the trip with. So there's that one. There was the Nintendo one, and then there was the one from Universal themselves. So hopefully one of those 3 I will win. I'll be at. So that would be really cool. But anyway, welcome in. Glad to have you here. We just got done talking about the Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 16, episode 6, after show. Listen, I think that at this point with Brit Edie, y'all gotta let people breathe. Okay, because at the beginning, middle, end of the day, more stuff is gonna come out, y'all. So for everybody saying that Brit's obsessed, this, that, and the third, feel the way that you want to feel, but also don't negate what Kenya Moore has done. If you want to talk about Brit, you also got to talk about Kenya. Saying right is right, wrong is wrong. I mean, as you all know, tomorrow night, not tomorrow night, but tomorrow, Kenya Moore will be doing confessionals in her own words. That will be on her YouTube channel. Didn't give a time, obviously, but that will be happening tomorrow. So I am sure there will be a lot to say. I'm sure Kenya Moore rather will have a lot to say, and we will have a lot to hear. But here's the thing, though. Just because there's subscriber questions doesn't mean they're not going to be lethal. If people don't feel the realness from you, it's going to be dead on arrival. So, like I said, we'll talk about it as soon as I find out what time it drops. Now, she did say submit questions, I think, to her Facebook, her Instagram, her TikTok, her Twitter, probably Blue Sky. So submit your questions, and then there'll be a live chat. I feel like Kenya Moore probably should have done an upload on her YouTube channel of like, hey guys, I am going to do confessionals this, that, and the third. Leave your comment, leave your question down below in the comment section, and then me and my team will go through and pick the best questions. I feel like that probably would have been a better rollout, because subscriber questions, it's like, okay, are you going to turn on subscriber only mode? Do you know how to do that? Like, so with that being said, there are some updates here. Just want to bring this up to y'all, because y'all know we always try to bring you context, context and connection to what we do over here. Right here, MediaTakeout.com. Bravo investigated Powell incident with Brit Edie of no wrongdoing. Brit Edie speaks out on Powell incident, and Bravo confirms she did not violate policy. Did you hear that, Team Twirl? Did you hear that, Team Twirl? Did you hear that, Team Twirl? Bravo, the network, confirms that she did not violate policy. Brit Edie is finally clearing the air. Well, she cleared the air online, but she hasn't cleared it on Bravo's airwaves. And she's doing it in true Bravo style on the couch with Andy. Well, it's more of a chair, but that's neither here nor there. Following weeks of online speculation and heated debate surrounding an alleged Powell incident on Real Housewives of Atlanta, Brit joined Andy Cohen on Watch What Happens Live to address the controversy head on. And yes, she brought the receipts and the grace. What really happened? The sit down came right after Bravo aired the much anticipated spa event episode hosted by Kenya Moore, which many fans assumed was linked to the incident in question. Social media has been buzzing with rumors that Brit may have brought a weapon to the set, something that, if true, would have been a serious violation of Bravo's production policy. But during her Watch What Happens Live appearance, both Andy and Brit confirmed after a full investigation by Bravo, no weapon was found and Brit did not violate any policy. It was thoroughly looked into, Andy told viewers, and we want to be clear, Brit did not have a Powell on set. So, I'm going to look up the clip because I want people to be able to see it. Okay? Okay. So if this don't make no money, I'm if I can't monetize in this, rather, I'm good. Because I'm about right is right, wrong is wrong. Give me a moment. Yep, right there. That's what I'm looking for. All right. Here it is here, the B. Here it is here.
And more for 15% off plus earn Kohl's cash at Kohl's and Kohl's.com.
Wait a minute. I want Team Twirl to hear that 2 more times. I want everybody who support Kenya to hear that 2 more times. I want everybody who is of the energy. It's cool when it happens to somebody else, but it ain't cool when it happens to me, to hear that 2 more times from Andy Cohen. Okay. All right. Just in case you missed it. All right, here we go.
Allowed on set. It was determined that you didn't violate that policy. So now on set, it was determined that you didn't violate that policy. So now
So the Team Twirl and everybody who's for Revenge P and this, that, and the third, are y'all gonna get mad at Andy Cohen? Y'all gonna give him smoke? Y'all gonna call in on Radio Andy Channel 102 on Sirius XM? Y'all gonna give him hell? Are y'all gonna match the smoke? Or no? I mean, listen, y'all can do what y'all want to do. But that's what Andy said. That's literally what Andy Cohen said. Andy Cohen said, and I quote,
obviously weapons are not allowed on set. It was determined that you didn't violate that policy. So now,
say that again, Andy.
On set.
So I want to stop it here. Now, Brit is showing contrition. She's not negating what she's done. And it's mind-boggling to me. Y'all are so for wrong that you can't see right. She just admitted that that was wrong. It was a side conversation. And if we go back to the episode at the bank, everybody was leaving, right? So there were some women still inside the bank. There were some women outside the bank. And it was a conversation. Does not negate what she said. But Brit Edie just said that she was wrong for that. And she beats herself up. Once again, I just want to go back to what Andy said here.
On set, it was determined that you didn't violate that policy. So now not allowed on set. It was determined that you didn't violate that policy. So now are not allowed on set. It was determined that you didn't violate that policy. So now
y'all still gonna do y'all reviews the way you see it through your rose-colored glasses, or are you gonna take off your glasses and see the colors that are in front of you? So that's what Annie said. Annie said that she did not violate policy. Oh, my Lord Jesus, man. I think I'm gonna be on Kenya's side with this one. I wonder what Andy would have to say about how Kenya felt about that statement. Andy?
On set, it was determined that you didn't violate that policy. So now
one more time, Andy, because I think that maybe in old age, the brain, maybe it's dilapidated, maybe it's decrepit, maybe it's demented. The older you get, the less your brain can work. Can you say that again, Andy, about this policy if Brit violated it?
On set, it was determined that you didn't violate that policy. So now
one more time, Andy, because I really think Team Twirl really doesn't have the fortitude, doesn't have the soul, and doesn't have a collective being of comprehension skills to understand what you just said. Can you say that again?
Not allowed on set. It was determined that you didn't violate that policy. So now
I mean, it's just fun playing it for y'all. I mean, really. And listen, I am so good if this don't make no money. I am so good on this one, this live, because what you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Not shit. Because you are shit. And how you move is shit. Child. Let's finish out this clip. So, the fact that Kenya premeditated in doing this, like, y'all, the audio came out that it was her. Like, there's no way to dance around that. That audio came from inside the event, right? That was Kenya Moore who said that. And then to further dig into Kenya Moore, she said that she knew the network would blur out the photos. Does that indicate premeditated thinking? I think it does. Let's roll on. Then cast the first stone. Do we all remember Coochie cracking, disrespecting black women on national television? Do we all remember her disrespecting Kim Fields? Do we all remember the baton that was pointed at Porsha Williams' face and how Porsha dragged Kenya? Do we all remember that? Her messing with Apollo? bullshit. But the biggest thing I want y'all to know is this. Andy, say it again for me.
On set, it was determined that you didn't violate that policy. So
say it again.
In an investigation, obviously weapons are not allowed on set. It was determined that you didn't violate that policy. So
say it again.
Weapons are not allowed on set. It was determined that you didn't violate that policy. So now
that's what Andy said. Y'all can have at it. That's what Andy said. Oh Lord. Brit's side of the story, back to MediaTakeout.com. Brit took the opportunity to address her now viral Instagram statement in which she admitted to wrongdoing, but was vague about what actually went down. What I did was wrong, she reiterated, but it was not a threat. It definitely wasn't what people were making it out to be. She made it clear that the situation was emotionally charged, but not dangerous. While she didn't get into every detail, it seems the drama stemmed more from heated words than anything physical or violent. The timeline of tension. Andy and Brit also broke down the season so far from the initial tension with Kenya to the fallout at the bank event and Kenya's chaotic spa gathering. You know, I don't think the spa was chaotic. I think it was the person in the spa that was chaotic. But far be it from me to give an opinion that's in the group chat. What? Wait a minute. Did Kenya terminate herself off of her own behavior and now she's big mad about everybody having an opinion on it, even though she did the behavior? Oh, Carla's bitch. Brit remained composed but didn't hold back when discussing her castmates. There was a lot of pressure, a lot of moments where things got misinterpreted, she said. By own wise said, I just want people to know I'm reckless and definitely not dangerous. You guys saw the clip there. Fans react. Online, the reactions were mixed, but many were relieved to hear the situation addressed publicly. I knew Bravo wouldn't play when it came to safety, one fan tweeted. Brit handled herself well. Still, I don't like how she came at Kenya, but this clears things up. I'm going to post it. Some, however, still side-eyed her IG statement. She said, what I did was wrong. Sis, what did you do? So what now? With the investigation closed and Brit publicly cleared, it looks like she'll remain a central figure on ROA and likely come out of the scandal stronger, maybe even more relatable. If this Watch What Happens Live sit down proved anything, is that Bravo drama might be messy, but it's rarely boring. I fully agree with that. Now, there is but before I give this update, shout out to Michelle ATL. She said, and I quote, when the whole hair spa drama went down, that allegedly Brit Edie got bumped for this season 16 and season 17, that King was not coming back. Allegedly. So with that being said, MediaTakeout.com. Atlanta Housewives exclusive, Kenya Moore lawyers up, plans huge lawsuit. Really? Really though? Okay. All right. Well, let's just watch that clip again, shall we? I hope Kenya's lawyers, know that this clip is out. Two more times for Kenya's lawyers. One more time. But you're lawyering up though. Okay, child, let's roll on. Kenya Moore prepares massive lawsuit against Bravo. Pal threats, revenge, rumors, and reality TV chaos. Kenya Moore is not twirling away quietly. In fact, she's lawyering up and preparing to launch what insiders say could be one of the biggest lawsuits in reality TV history. The longtime Real Housewives of Atlanta star is taking aim at Bravo, the network, and several of her co-stars. Oh, okay. So because you fucked up, you're going to fuck up other people's bags. I am slow clapping for the demise you are causing to your fucking self. According to multiple people close to the situation, Media Takeout has learned. Like the Media Takeout's a needle on haystack, so you gotta take it with a grain of salt. Kenya Moore's legal team is reportedly accusing the network of failing to protect her on set, allowing what she claims was both harassments and dangerous threats. But what you did was harassment and a dangerous threat, right? Because you basically threatened her career and her livelihood as a person, and you harassed her with the veracity of how you went about going after Brit Eating. Congratulations, you played yourself, including a power-related incident involving fellow housewife Brit Eating. Yes, you read that right. Kenya is alleging that during filming, Brit Eating threatened her with a firearm, an accusation that, if true, could send shockwaves through Bravo's legal department. Hey Andy, can you help Kenya? I think that she's behind the 8 ball. One more time. Give me 1 second, y'all. So I just want to bring up let me see something, because didn't Kenya say something here recently? I just want to see something here. Just give me a moment, y'all. Because I could be completely wrong. I really could. Let's see here. Because I just want to see right here. Let's see. As it loads up, give me a moment. Because I think Kenya said something, if I'm not mistaken. Right here, Kenya Moore said this about Andy's co-hosts. The two co-hosts are extremely ignorant. SA is grape. Remember, that's what Phaedra accused Candy of attempting to do to Porsha. Revenge P. If someone showed Kim K's X tape to you, is that Revenge P? I found that, plus tons of others online. She signed a release for it, so it's fair. Receipt. Actually, no, it's not fair, because Brit said in this past episode that she scrubbed that off the internet. So obviously she didn't sign a release for that. She had to scrub it off the internet. Warning, if you're not an attorney and familiar with Georgia law, then shut the fuck up. Kenya, are you an attorney and do you know Georgia law? Then maybe you should shut the fuck up. Because last time I checked, Andy, my Lord Jesus. But you want to sue. Okay, child. Okay. Lord Jesus, from cameras to courtrooms, but the alleged PAL threat was only part of what Kenya's team is calling a pattern of unsafe and defamatory behavior. Sources close to the case say Kenya is also preparing legal action over what she claims are malicious and career-damaging rumors spread by Bravo staffers and fellow cast members, namely that she posted Revenge P or underage consent during a recent explosive episode. So you're suing the staffers, you're suing your cast members. Are you suing all the bloggers and NBC News who, you know, NBC Universal owns, and Ultra and USA Today and Reality Blurb? Like, are you really about being activated, Kenya? Because I don't think you have it in you. I really do. really don't. Like I said, Kenya Moore masquerades in prosperity, but really she's a fucking tragedy. Kenya has vehemently denied these claims, although she was on Tamron Hall when she said that I take full accountability. I've escalated situations before, but looking back at it, I would not have done it. She did say that. So I hope Kenya's lawyers also puts that Tamron Hall clip into evidence for the discovery part of this case. According to Kenya, the photos in questions were actually of Brit Edie herself and were allegedly taken consent back when Brit worked as a camera girl. Kenya insists the images were already online, publicly posted by Brit's former management. Well, all that will have to happen, Kenya, is to get Brit's former management to confirm or deny. And Brit said already in Sunday's episode that she admitted that she was a cam girl. And there is such a thing, and we covered this here on Virtual Tour Live, where PH had to pay millions of dollars for CP. Yeah. What were your words, Kenya Moore? You said, if you're not an attorney and familiar with Georgia law, then shut the fuck up. That would be you needing to shut the fuck up, okay? Okay. And therefore do not meet the legal definition of revenge. P. Kenya's legal stance, me and Takeout spoke to someone close to Kenya who told us these allegations are not only false, they are defamatory. Kenya is being falsely painted as someone who distributed illegal material when in fact the images were consensual or already public. Her team is reportedly trying to negotiate Kenya's return to the show on her own terms, hoping for an amicable resolution. But with trust clearly broken, those negotiations are looking too hopeful. And if talks fall apart, Kenya's team is ready to go full throttle in court. Kenya is not backing down. The insider added, if they think they can push her out of her name, they got another thing coming. Andy, what do you have to say to that again? Because I really... What happens now if this lawsuit goes forward could open the door to serious questions about workplace safety, privacy, accountability, and unscripted television. And Bravo, already facing other behind-the-scenes controversies, may soon be forced to clean house. Meanwhile, fans are watching closely, wondering if Kenya will ever return to ROA or if her next big storyline will play out in a courtroom instead of a confession chair. Y'all got it. I'm going to turn on my camera next. We done the whole show for an hour. Yes, we have. I am so good at this not making any money. Because it's just like, what? What else do you need? Andy said it. What else do y'all need? What else do y'all need? I'm just a little bit confused here. But y'all go ahead. Y'all got it. Y'all got it. Y'all got it. Y'all got it. Such a damn shame. Like I said, I hope y'all have that same smoke for Andy Cohen. Because that's what Andy Cohen said. That it was determined by the investigation that Brit did not violate that policy. That's what Andy Cohen said. Mm-hmm. Oh, my Lord Jesus. What do I always tell y'all? If you understand the moves that are being made around you, you'll understand what you're seeing in front of you. Y'all think I just say that to just blow hot air, huh? Okay. All righty then. My Lord. That make no damn sense, child. Oh my Lord. So yep, we're just chilling out. Glad to have y'all here. Lord Jesus. So yeah, we'll just chill out here for a little bit, and then we'll head on out with the daily motivator. Like I said, I am so good. This don't make no money on this one. I am so good. Because, oh my Lord Jesus. Y'all are looking like Boo-Boo the Fool. Horribly, I might add. My Lord. Yep, we are just chilling, y'all. So like I said, I will probably stay on till what, maybe 1:35. And then head on out. Like I said, if it doesn't apply, let it fly. But if you let it fly, it must apply. Hope y'all have that same smoke for Andy Cohen. But I know you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. Hey, two people, welcome in. Glad to have y'all here. We are just chilling. Oh, my Lord. Let me see if I can get a live look at how everybody. Let's see if I can get a live look of how dumb everybody is looking right now. Let me see if I can get that live view. That live shot. Let me see here. Okay, hang on. I gotta go to my source here. Hang on. 1 second, y'all. I mean, this is happening. This energy is happening live right now with what Andy said. Okay. All right, y'all. Here it is here. Live look in at Team Twirl. Everybody who support Revenge P and believe. As long as it ain't me, we cool. That's all y'all. The rest of us see through your bullshit, your triflingness, and your toxicity and not standing for it. So here we go. This is a live look at Teen Twirl disintegrating live.
You tell me, you childless whore. What do you know about mother? You don't know a thing about motherhood. Who are you to take me to task like this? Who are you? Why didn't you say something? Why didn't you say anything? Why didn't you take your daughter to the police when Grace told you 20 years ago? Why didn't you? I'll tell you why. Because you're like everybody else. You don't want to believe it's your brother, your father, your son could do such a thing. So they looked the other way, and that's exactly what you did. You looked the other way. You're no different than anybody else. You tell me, you childless whore. What do you know about mother? You don't know a thing about motherhood. Who are you to take me to task like this? Who are you? Why didn't you say something? Why didn't you say anything? Why didn't you take your daughter to the police when Grace told you 20 years ago? Why didn't you? I'll tell you why. Because you're like everybody else. You don't want to believe it's your brother, your father, your son could do such a thing. So they looked the other way, and that's exactly what you did. You looked the other way. You're no different than anybody else. You tell me, you childless whore. What do you know about mother? You don't know a thing about motherhood. Who are you to take me to task like this? Who are you? Why didn't you say something? Why didn't you say anything? Why didn't you take your daughter to the police when Grace told you 20 years ago? Why didn't you? I'll tell you why. Because you're like everybody else. You don't want to believe it's your brother, your father, your son could do such a thing. So they looked the other way, and that's exactly what you did. You looked the other way. You're no different than anybody else. You tell me, you childless whore. What do you know about mother? You don't know a thing about motherhood. Who are you to take me to task like this? Who are you? Why didn't you say something? Why didn't you say anything? Why didn't you take your daughter to the police when Grace told you 20 years ago? Why didn't you?
Welcome in.
I'll tell you why.
Glad to have y'all here.
Because you're like everybody else. You don't want to believe it's your brother, your father, your son could do such a thing. So they looked the other way, and that's exactly what you did. You looked the other way. You're no different than anybody else. You tell me, you childless whore. What do you know about mother? You don't know a thing about motherhood. Who are you to take me to task like this? Who are you? Why didn't you say something? Why didn't you say anything? Why didn't you take your daughter to the police when Grace told you 20 years ago? Why didn't you? I'll tell you why. Because you're like everybody else. You don't want to believe it's your brother, your father, your son could do such a thing. So they looked the other way, and that's exactly what you did. You looked the other way. You're no different than anybody else.
Understood, understand, we in unity with what's going down. Let's get the day motivated and head on out of here. I've done my job for the day. Good luck with y'all reviews. Good luck with y'all reviews. Good luck with y'all reviews. I hope that y'all use that handy clip, because that's what Andy said. That was determined by that investigation that Brit did not break policy. I hope y'all have that same energy for Andy Cohen, like you got the energy for same energy for everybody else, child. Moving on. Know and believe in yourself, and what others think won't disturb you. Know and believe in yourself, and what others think won't disturb you. Know and believe in yourself, and what others think won't disturb you. William Feather, in the words of Reverend Ike, you are not going to get anywhere in life, spiritually or otherwise, until you come to that point where you don't give a damn about what people think about you. As long as you worry about what people think about you, you will be mediocre. It only matters what you believe about yourself. Believe that you can be a successful person. successful person. Believe that you can and you will, but until you believe you can, you won't. Let's make it do what it do. It's time for the Daily Motivator for Monday, April 14th, 2025. Prepare the way. You have the opportunity today to prepare the way for tomorrow, because of what you choose in the present, you can arrive in the future fully prepared to make the most of it. Yes, you must spend some effort just getting through right now, yet you can also add some extra effort and make yourself better able to prosper in the time ahead. When you invest that effort well before it's necessary, it will yield more valuable and abundant outcomes. Prepare the way now. Ignite a virtuous cycle in which you're better able to further prepare the way again and again. Consider all that you would like to accomplish, then consider those steps you can take immediately to facilitate those accomplishments. Though you won't achieve immediately, you can begin immediately. And the more decisively you begin, the more likely you are to get the whole thing done. Right now is your chance to prepare the way, act on it, and build yourself some unstoppable momentum. Ralph Wilson. Let's talk about prepare the way. I thought about the live that it wasn't. Hang on one second, y'all. Let me do this real quick, because StreamYard sometimes be StreamYard. Hang on real quick. Okay, we're good. Okay. I thought about this morning's live, and I thought about how many people were there this morning. I mean, it was a heavy number. And if I go to my YouTube studio right now, like this space right here and right now, on that particular live, 185 views and 33 likes. I would like to believe that those 185 people watched that live and they saw that nobody took the time, energy, and commitment to prepare the way of moving forward, so it had to be made. So the first thing about preparing the way, make sure that you don't let anybody, him, her, they, whoever, dictate your movement when they have no movement themselves. That's the first thing I'll tell you about prepare the way. Do not allow somebody who has no movement dictate your movement. Don't allow anybody who has no movement to dictate your movement. That's the first thing I'll tell you. The second thing I'll tell you about prepare the way, consider all that you would like to accomplish, then consider the steps you can take immediately to facilitate those accomplishments. I remember what Steve Harvey said one time. He said, or to get to everything you love, you got to wake up in the morning to do it. If you want to get to your dream, you got to wake up in the morning and do it. Don't let the fact that, damn, I'm not there, hold you back from doing the work to get there. Because believe me, everybody in Hollywood has been a failure before they've been a success. Yeah, even Angela Bassett did in Washington. They probably will tell you, listen, getting it out the mud, it was a struggle. I was not as successful as everybody sees me now. There was some hidden L's that nobody saw publicly. Second thing I'll tell you about prepare the way. And finally, though you won't achieve immediately, you can begin immediately. Once again, although you won't be able to achieve immediately, you can begin immediately. Although you won't be able to achieve immediately, you can begin immediately. The steps that you have already taken, be proud of those steps. If distance seems far, what's your mindset on that distance? Because how you think and how you move determines the flow of blessings and curses that's coming your way in your life. With that being said, everybody, it's time for the best outro on YouTube. Know what you do and do what you know. Never say you want more special, because you are always born a blessing and trust. You may not be where you want to be, but by the end of it, you'll be where you need to be. Do what you've been chosen to do. Why? It's one thing to call yourself. It's another thing to be chosen. One love, much love, all love. I have spent time with you. You have spent time with me. And hopefully, by spending time together, we'll rise and do great together. And always remember, we're doing radio, television, YouTube, living your best life. Or you're just showcasing public receipts. And you can rest in the fact that while everyone else has to be anything, you can rest in knowing that you're something, because you are about being about the sound of purpose, not being a part of the noise, singing contention. Make sure the replay is not just worth for you to watch it, not just worth for you to listen to it, but for you to experience it again. I love you. I value you. I embrace you all. Always remember, receive love, you gotta give it. Receive love, you gotta give it. Receive love, you gotta give it. Wherever obstacles you've overcome, where success you have achieved upon this particular day, I'm extremely proud of you. But no one else is proud of you. Be proud of your damn self. And finally, y'all, listen. Oh, my Lord. Tomorrow night will be Kenya Moore, her confessions in her own words. Just because she's given her confessions in her own words doesn't mean she's saying anything true. Be careful about the beauty that somebody cares about portraying themselselves, and they negate the soul of how they live for themselves. Commercial break and fireworks coming your way for the day that was, for the day that's coming, for the blessings. Don't wait for you, me, all of us, as a society, as a people, as a culture. I feel the love, and I send it right back to you. Y'all have a wonderful night. Love you all. Bye-bye.
All day. Yeah, we're working, let me play. You know me, work real hard, now we're ready, let's play. Hustle up, yeah. Ready, set, let's go, yeah. Hustle up, yeah. Ready, set, let's go. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder. Now get low, come on, drop it to the floor, drop it to the floor. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up. Turn it up a little louder. Now get low, come on, drop it to the floor, drop it to the floor. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder. Now get low, come on, drop it to the floor, drop it to the floor. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder. Now get low, come on, drop it to the floor, drop it to the floor. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder.
Welcome to Copeland's. Copeland's is not just some fancy place for your big night out. In fact, there's no occasion too big, or if you like, too small. Copeland's, there's always something good.
Hey, good morning, America. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Money. Are you ready? They are ready. Covering the biggest events in the country right now.
There's a lot going on here this morning.
It's always a good time. That's what the show's about.
That's good.
Really good.
Very good.
Coming in hot, Jimmy, coming in hot.
It's far from elementary.
Good morning, America. I'm not going to try to strut like Michael or anything.
I have known George a long, long time.
Have you ever gotten him to dance?
Look at that face.
You don't just see it, you feel it.
I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'll be there.
I am here and so happy.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'm in.
That tells you something when Snoop Dogg's in. Michael, George, where? Ginger.
I thought I should tell you, they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you, and you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you, they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you, and you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you, they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you, and you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you?
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort. Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort. Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.